So greetings from Pennsylvania once again, and it's time for another one of our videos on exploring Pennsylvania's highways. And today we're going to do Route 441. I'll show you the map in a moment, but this highway starts in Dauphin County, just south, actually it starts in the state capital of Harrisburg, and makes its way down along the Susquehanna River into scenic Lancaster County. So let's take a look at the map first, and then we'll give you an idea of what we're going to do today. So here's our Pennsylvania map, and here is the state capital of Harrisburg. Route 441 starts, kind of winds its way around a little bit south of Harrisburg, and eventually it makes its way, like I said, into Lancaster County right here along the river, the Susquehanna River. In fact, along here it's called River Road. Makes its way down here to Marietta and Columbia and ends just right here at Route 999. So today is November 5th, a Saturday morning right now, and the colors are starting to fade on the trees, but I'm hoping as we make our way a little bit south into Lancaster that there'll still be some brighter colors on the trees yet. Where we start in Harrisburg, it's not the most scenic section of this highway, but like I said, once we get down to Lancaster County along the river, it should be a pretty scenic drive. And as always in these videos, there's a number of places we'll be stopping along the way that are of interest. Some pretty cool spots down along this highway. But anyway, we're gonna hop in the Jeep, anyway back there, and we're gonna get going, get this journey started. All right, so we are currently on Paxton Street here in South Harrisburg, I guess you'd call it, looking for the start of 441, and it's not in this not so scenic section. Like I said, once we get down to the river, it'll be much more scenic. All right, so just up a ways here should be 441, but not just yet. All right, there it is, Junction 441. So we should just right up here. We're going to turn somewhere. If I should turn right there, but oh well. Alright, we're back on track. I did miss that turn there. There wasn't actually a sign pointing 441 and took that road, but we're good now. So the highway is going to wind around through South Harrisburg a bit here before we get to the river. And yes, that's a stop sign, but except for right turn. You can make a right turn without stopping there. I know a couple of times people have gotten on me about that. You only have to stop if you're making a left turn. Alright, so it's not so scenic in this area, so I'm not going to do a whole lot of filming down to here. But there's some color over there. We're kind of in the slow fade, I call it, where the colors are not as bright as they used to be. But there's still some out here. Yeah, still largely just a residential area yet, but we'll soon be making our way into Middletown. And then once past Middletown, we'll be along the river. Yeah, you got another sign here. 441 goes off to our left. Just kind of weaves around quite a bit in this section. Nice old church. South 441. And then a little taste of the countryside to come. Alright, we should soon be entering Middletown. There still is some nice color on the trees down this way, though. I'm hoping there is along the river, too, once we get down to Lancaster County. We're still in Dauphin County. And now we are entering Middletown. Looks like they already have Christmas decorations up. Today's November 5th, so I guess they're getting them up early. Alright, our first stop is going to be coming up soon. as soon as we cross the Swatara Creek. That name should ring a bell if you watch my videos. You might know what I'm going to be stopping for, something I want to look for. Not a bad little town here. Some old churches. Alright, just another part of town here. I'll say the highway winds around quite a bit in this area too. You make a left turn and a right turn and just kind of keeps turning all over the place. Instead of just saying, you know, going straight all the time. Just gotta keep your eyes open for the signs for the highway though. You'll be okay. So we should be coming up on the bridge that goes over the Swatara Creek soon here. And on our right will be a park, the Kiwanis Park. That's what we're going to look for. So I think this might be the bridge right here. Yeah, I see a creek down there. That's the Swatara Creek. Yep, there it says there's a sign for it. So just up here on our right should be a little park to pull into. Yeah, there it is. I see it. So we'll make a right here. Yeah, Kiwanis Park. Doesn't look like anybody's here though, either. Alright, so this is Kiwanis Park. Doesn't look like much happens along here. But I am stopping here for a reason. Just want to check something out. Part of the thing I do along these, when I'm doing these highway series, is to kind of check things out for myself too. And like I said, some of you might know why I'm stopping in here along the Swatara Creek. In my Union Canal series that I'm making, at one point the Union Canal does come along the Swatara Creek for quite a distance. Just curious if there's anything here in this park, but they have it all fenced off too. But this is where the Union Canal ends, right here actually too. It's another reason why I'm stopping in here, just to see if there's anything here offhand, of my own curiosity too. But that's not a bad scene down through there. The creek and the leaves falling. Something interesting up that way. But anyway, I think we're going to continue on along our journey. Should mention too that there is another canal that flows up along the banks of the Susquehanna, the Pennsylvania Canal. And the next place I'm planning on stopping at has one of the locks, from what I could see, still there. So we're going to look for that spot. All right, let's get out of this. Let's get out of this park. It has a bit of a, I don't know, it's got a bit of a feeling, if you know what I mean. It's a Saturday morning, there's no one here, it looks a bit abandoned, so let's move on. Alright, so like I said, let's get out of here. This place doesn't have the greatest feel in the world. Nothing against the park or the town, but... Alright, but we're gonna, like I said, the next place we're gonna stop at is called the Canal Lock Boat Launch. Right along the river. So see if we can pay attention for that. So we'll get some views of the river and one of the locks from what I believe is, like I said, the Pennsylvania Canal. Never been there, so I kind of want to check it out myself too. But I'm looking for a Water Street. Here's a Water Street. Oh, it's Market Street. Whoops. Okay. Alright, I'll get back to you. Alright, this says Water Street, so I believe this is where we go. Across the railroad tracks here. Those trains coming. Okay, cool. Yeah, right down there's the river. Oh, I can see the lock just off to our right there. Cool. Just pull in right here, I guess. Alright, so right down there is the Susquehanna River. It's kind of a beautiful shot. You see all the fall leaves falling. But we'll be following the river the rest of our journey, for the most part. But over here is the lock. Let's go down this way first. course, if you've been following my channel, you know, like I said, we're doing a series on the Union Canal, trying to find all the locks. But this is not the Union Canal, this is a different canal, the Pennsylvania Canal. But lock does look similar. Yeah, beautiful. All that same general construction, the beautiful stonework. Not sure if there's an information board anywhere to tell us more about this one. But yeah, love the history. Of course, these are the lift locks that would help to raise, you know, they occurred whenever there was an elevation change in the canal as a way of raising the water level for the canal boats. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful stonework. And yes, if you're thinking what I think you're thinking, at some point we will do a series on the Pennsylvania Canal, you know, following the Pennsylvania Canal. But we got to finish the Union Canal first. And I might do another one before I get to this one. I'm thinking about doing the Delaware Canal. And we're going to take a look from up top, see if there's an information board up there too. And then we'll take a look at the river before we continue on our journey. And here's just heading up top. We were just down in there. Yeah, I just don't see an information board of any kind telling us what number lock this was or anything. That's okay for now. There's just another look at it from up top. Alright. Like I said, we'll probably be revisiting this in the future sometime. Let's quick go down to the river. Get a view of that. Quite a bit of trash down here, but that's the way it is. Oh wow. Yeah, so up that way is Harrisburg, and down that way, down this way is going to head towards Lancaster County. 3 Mile Island is just down that way, the nuclear power plant. Not sure how much closer I'll be able to get here. All kinds of junk down here too. Alright, yeah, okay, we can make it way out here. Cool. Now we get a view. The mighty Susquehanna. Oh yeah, there you can see parts of 3 Mile Island over there. Let me zoom in that a little bit. Some of the stacks. Cool. There's a shot for you though. Yeah, I kind of remember from back, was it the early 80s or late 70s? There was a nuclear accident there. Could have been a lot worse. I forget the exact date offhand, but I was pretty young back then, but I kind of remember some things about it. Actually, we'll be driving pretty close to that, so we might find our place to pull over and stop. It's getting windy. But yeah, beautiful views of the river. All right, let's get on going again. All right, let's cross the railroad tracks again. Get back on our highway. And the next place we're going to stop is I'm going to try to find a place to pull over to get a better view of the 3 Mile Island there. Like I said, sorry, I forgot which date that was. There was like a partial meltdown of one of the cooling towers, I believe. Yeah, one of them, I think. I forget which one it was. I think they've actually, I don't think it's actually running anymore, 3 Mile Island. If I remember correctly, they've shutting the place down. I could be wrong about that. Maybe it hasn't happened yet, but I'm sure one of my viewers will let me know in the comments. I was going to quick look that up this morning before I left, but as always, I got to forget something at least. But yeah, somewhere down here should be a nice place to pull over and get a better view of it. It's just an iconic image down this way of the nuclear power plant. You might be able to see it just a little bit off to your right through the trees. Yeah. Like I said, I was pretty young when that happened, but I kind of remember hearing people talk about it. Because I grew up not too far from here, so it was close enough for people to be concerned if a much greater calamity was going to happen there. Because for a while they weren't quite sure what was going to happen. Yeah, there it is, off to our right. Like I said, I'm gonna look for park, a place to pull over along here somewhere, I think. Alright, so I found a place to pull over right next to them. And there's a historical sign behind me that talks about the accident, but there they are. The 4 towers. Yeah, I don't see any steam coming out of any of them, so I don't think they're operating anymore. But it's still a pretty iconic site, like I said, here along the river in this area. Like I said, I don't think they're in operation anymore. Not sure which one. I believe maybe it was the one over there where the accident happened. It looks a little bit different at the bottom than the others. Because I think they had to seal off the bottom of that one. But anyway, let's take a look at the information board here. Yeah, here we got the information. Nuclear accident at 3 Mile Island on March 28, 1979, and for several days thereafter, as a result of technical malfunctions and human error, 3 Mile Island's Unit 2 nuclear generating station was the scene of the nation's worst commercial nuclear accident. Radiation was released, a part of the nuclear core was damaged, and thousands of residents evacuated the area. Events here would cause basic changes throughout the world's nuclear power industry. And that all happened right here in Pennsylvania, right over there. All right. So definitely some interesting history and something really unique to see here along the river. We're going to continue on down, hopefully see some more scenic locations, although it's kind of cool to see this, but anyway, let's get on going again. All right, so goodbye to 3 Mile Island. We're going to continue on down 441. We should be crossing over into Lancaster County, not too far up here. Next location I'm going to stop at is another boat launch. It's called the Falmouth boat launch. There's some interesting rock formations there, place you can explore a little bit. I'm not going to do like a full explore in this video, but just kind of want to check it out. Get some other more views of the Susquehanna River too. Turning out to be a really nice day. It could be like in the mid 70s, so which is nice for October. Nice for November. I almost said October. So we did just cross over into Lancaster County, and we're in Falmouth now. Just a small community along the river here. That boat launch should be just up here somewhere. Not sure if it's going to be labeled or not. Is this it right here, I believe? Yep, Collins Road. Get to cross the railroad tracks again. Alright, I'll turn the camera off and, well, we'll leave it on for a moment. Right there's the river. Cool. Alright. Yeah, some beautiful views of the river out there. I believe that's the Bruner Island power plant. Back this way are all those rock formations. Yeah. There's a shot for you. Yeah, so back up that way is the power plant again. We were just standing way up there, but I came down. This is the area where people love to come and explore. I've seen several videos of people coming down here, especially when the water levels are low. There's all kinds of cool rock formations out here, neat stuff. There's a dam up there. I think this area is on the map is called Conoy Falls, if I'm correct. You can kind of see the dam way up there. So I think I might come here with some friends sometime yet. I don't know if there's a warmer day this fall yet and just do some exploring here. All right. Cool location here, the Falmouth boat ramp. Alright, but we're gonna get on going again. Yeah, so definitely gonna be stopping here in the future again, checking out those rocks, probably with some of my friends. Should also mention too that this is where the Northwest River Trail starts. See that parking lot over there? People on bikes. That follows the river all the way down to, I believe, Columbia, which is also where we're headed. But we'll see the river. We'll be on that trail later today, I believe. Some other sections. Yeah, we will. Actually, the next place we're going to Bainbridge next, along the river. And some of you might know where I'm headed to there. Pretty familiar place. Let me pull over for this car. But yeah, like I was saying, it's a pretty popular spot. It's the White Cliffs of Conoy. We've been there before, but it is right along our route. A little bit further walk, but we're gonna visit the place again. It's a cool spot, and it's not too far down the way here. All right, let's get going again here. Route 441 along the river. Yeah, right now it's called River Road because it's right along the river. And onward to Bainbridge. Yeah, there's multiple signs along here. Right up ahead here, there's one for the Northwest River Trail. There's multiple places to park. It's for, you know, walking and biking, different things. Different access points for it. I plan on biking that. I was thinking about doing it this fall, but that might not happen anymore. We'll see. But definitely in the spring, I'm gonna bike that whole length of that trail. Alright, so I'm pretty sure this is Bainbridge, off to our right here. Looking for Race Street. Is this it right here? No, that's Hill Street, not even close. Another sign for the Northwest River Trail. Here it is, Race Street. So the modern highway does not go right through Bainbridge, but in the past it did. This is actually a quaint little town. I'm actually thinking about doing a series on small towns in Pennsylvania. That's kind of brewing in my mind, visiting places like this. Anyway, just something I'm thinking about. But this will take us down to Koser Park, another place to access the Northwest River Trail, and that's where we're going to be walking along to get to the White Cliffs of Conoy. It's a really cool spot. It's got some history too, but I'll see you down there. Alright, so here we are at the river again. We were just up that way at Falmouth, and now we're going to make our way down the Northwest River Trail to the White Cliffs of Conoy. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful walk along here. We're right next to the river. Got some fall color. Like I said, there's some history back here too. There's an old ghost town back here called Billmeyer. I filmed that in the past. You can find some ruins of that. Not really going to focus on that in this video though. Just want to make our way down to the White Cliffs of Conoy. It is a bit of a walk, at least a mile, or maybe a little bit more than that. But it'd be good to get some exercise. So that's kind of all we're doing is driving today. There's a creature up ahead on the trail here. Let's see, he just went off the trail. Looks like a raccoon. See if we can get a closer look at him up here. Not usually out during the day, so he could have issues, but we'll see. Hey, he just went up here somewhere. I don't see him anymore. Okay. Oh, he's over here. Is that him? There he is. Big old raccoon up there in in the brush up there. I don't know if you can see him walking. I think we'll let him go. Alright. You're not sure if I made it clear enough, but this right here is the Northwest River Trail. So some sections of it are nice and paved. I think most of it is actually. But yeah, that's where we're at. When you start seeing ruins off to your left, you're getting really close to your destination here. And we are almost there. You'll start seeing even more ruins off to your left. Looks like they got a porta potty here. And just up to the right is where they are. Alright. It's been a while since I've been here. It's almost like you're on another planet. Let's go up here. Let's go up this way. And I'll tell you what this stuff is later. It's not natural. Yeah. The White Cliffs of Conoy. Quite a few people here. Let's get a little closer up to the edge up there. Beautiful spot in its own way. So that is a very unique and intriguing place. You can spend quite a bit of time there actually. I have other places I need to go today for this video to film, but I have filmed there in the past. It's been a couple years. But like like I said, there's a whole village here called Billmeyer, associated around some of the ruins you've seen. And that waste is from, there's a quarry behind those ruins where they mined or quarried limestone and dolomite. And that, where those cliffs or all that whitish stuff is the residue from the quarrying and the processing. It's nothing toxic about it though, but it's not natural. It's from industry. But an intriguing place. All right, well we gotta hustle back. It is a several mile walk to get there, but definitely worth it. But we're gonna make our way back to the Jeep. And the next place we're gonna visit is a haunted cemetery. All right, time to make our way back out of Bainbridge, back to 441. And then we're gonna start making our way down towards Marietta, being the next town we head to. And just before there, we're gonna stop, like I said, at a haunted cemetery. Supposedly haunted by a werewolf, of all things. I think it's called the Groff Cemetery. I have filmed there before some time ago, but we'll check it out again today. It's not too far off the road. So the sign back there said 6 miles to Marietta. It's not too far. We'll be looking for Railroad Avenue on our left. Hopefully my dash cam is working correctly. I was having a little bit of issues with it earlier. Fortunately, I won't find out till I get home if some of the footage got messed up, but it is what it is. Seems to be working now. All right. Onwards to Marietta. So actually just before Marietta, it's a little town called Rowena. Oh, actually this is Marietta, 6 miles. I think there's a sign further back that said 6 miles too. Not sure which one's right. But yeah, there's another little town called Rowena. That's where the cemetery is located. Just edge of that town. I wonder if that's the little town over there, off to our right. I wonder if that's Rowena. See what this road up here is. We're looking for Railroad Avenue. That's Main Street. I feel like we need to go... Yeah, this is Rowena. Okay, let's go... Oh, I think I should have... Yeah, I missed my turn right there. Alright. Alright, so I just had to turn around. This is Railroad Avenue. And this is the little town of Rowena, if I'm saying it correctly. It's been a couple years since I've been back here, so I think I can find the cemetery again. Yeah, down here's Old River Road, so we're going to take a left right here. Should be just down the way here. Yeah, up here it is, right off to the left. Still here. Cool, we'll pull over right here. You can kind of see a stone wall for it there. Alright. Yeah, so this is the Hans Groff Cemetery. His name's right there. He himself is not buried here, but some of his descendants are. And this cemetery goes by other names too. Just one is just the Hans Groff. Yeah, there's some old graves in here. Like I said, there's some haunted lore about this cemetery too. Let's take a quick look on the inside here. I do love these old cemeteries. There are a few newer graves, but a lot of them have that old look to them. Yeah. Some of them are pretty difficult to read. There's an 1818 on that one. Even apparently, Hans Groff is a werewolf. Even though he's not buried in this cemetery, apparently the lore says that he protects this cemetery. And his descendants here. But as with all stories and legends, there's a number of different variations of the story and exactly how things go. I think one story says that you have to walk around this cemetery a certain number of times for the werewolf to appear. Or stories of people coming here and hearing a wolf howling off in the distance. And last time I was here, I did hear a dog barking, but it's just the neighbor's dogs here. And there's like variations. Some say his descendants are also werewolves as well. But yeah. Kind of a cool old cemetery with an interesting story to it. If you do come here, just respect the site. You don't need to do any funny business here. Just one last look. I do love these old cemeteries. Alright, farewell to the werewolf cemetery. Just a neat little spot along the way. Like I said, it's right off the highway here in Rowena. Alright, now we're going to make our way kind of through Marietta, not through the center of town. And we're going to stop at Chickies Rock State Park. I've been there a number of times. There's all kinds of stuff to view there. I'm not going to film all of it. Like I said, I've filmed there a number of times. But I do want to try and hike the Overlook Trail again. It's been a little while since I've done that, but we'll see. See how crowded it is. Sometimes parking there is difficult. And today is a Saturday, a beautiful Saturday, but we'll see what happens. But we got tons of motorcycles coming by here. Wow. I do mean tons of them. Hundreds of them. And it just keeps going. Alright, there's no end to it. I'll turn you off for now, though. So yeah, they're still coming. Might be the most motorcycles I've ever seen in one. That guy, it'd be nice if he stayed on his. Oh, there's a cop. I'm not sure what's going on there. Kind of coming in my lane. Alright. Well, you saw it on here. I don't know if he's escorting them or what. Alright, but like I said, we're headed to Chickies Rock. I filmed there just recently, actually. We did the St. Charles iron furnaces down there. The pulpit, was it the Point Rock railroad tunnels down there? Oh yeah, I did that episode on the Albawitch, the like the pygmy Bigfoot thing. That's where he was supposedly lived. Alright, so we are in Marietta now. The main road doesn't go through the center of town anymore, but off to our right is where the town is, right by the river. So some fall color on those trees. Yep, there's a sign for Marietta pointing off to the right there, if you wanted to go down into town. Yeah, just up ahead here is one of the main parking areas for the Northwest River Trail. I think it's just up here. If you wanted to like access the St. Charles Iron Furnace and some of the other cool stuff down that part of the trail, that's where you would park. Quite a lot of people out today. Like I said, I'm hoping that parking lot at the overlook is got some space open. We'll see. Yeah, up here is where you turn right down that parking area. Yeah, I see quite a few cars down there. It's also the location of the, was it the Musselman Vesta Iron Furnace? We filmed some ruins there before. Alright, there's some color. So up ahead will be the parking area for Chickies Rock overlook. Maybe I'll just keep you on. I got some people slowing down here. Yeah, the parking lot just kind of comes up on you all of a sudden, up here on the right. So you gotta pay attention. Should be right. Yeah, right here it is. Boom. Yo, there's cars everywhere. Oh, we can park right here though. Looks like. Yeah, so a lot of cars here. Busy day. So the overlook is going to be pretty packed. But that's what you get for coming out here on a Saturday too. But it's a beautiful walk and a beautiful overlook, so let's get out there. Yeah, so it's a beautiful day for a hike and a drive. You kind of see the river already through the trees there a bit. There's some Civil War history at this overlook too. During the Gettysburg campaign, the Confederate Army had reached all the way to just the other side of the river there in Wrightsville. And Union soldiers would observe their activities from here at Chickies Rock. It's kind of an interesting fact about the area. Alright, Alright, then just up ahead is the overlook. There's actually several spots where you can have little observation decks. There are quite a few people here, as I figured. Let's go over this way first. There's one down there, and then there's one over here, but man, it's beautiful views. Alright, so there's that view. We got some people like rock climbing. We'll go out and check out the other one over here then. A slightly better view, I believe. Yeah, wow. Hope that's the way we came from. Yep. Nope. So probably the best views we've had today on this route here at Chickies Rock. Yeah, on a quieter day you can have that whole one of those overlooks all to yourself. It wasn't as crowded as I thought it would be there with as many cars that were out here, but yeah, there are definitely some people doing like rock climbing down that what's called Chickies Rock right there. And it's not a long walk at all to the overlook. I want to say maybe a quarter mile to get there. Just a little bit of uphill at the beginning and the rest is nice and flat, so fairly easy to get to. But there is one more overlook here in the park just down the road. It's called Breezy View Overlook. We're gonna stop in and check that out too. It doesn't require any hiking. The parking lot is like literally like just about right next to the overview. So we'll head there next. If we can get out of the parking lot. This parking lot's difficult to get out of sometimes with all the traffic. All right, now to see if we can pull out of here without getting run over. All right, we're gonna go for it. So just up ahead is the other overlook I mentioned, the Breezy View Overlook. Like I said, this one you don't have to hike to. And just down at the bottom of this hill is Columbia then. Alright, make sure I don't drive past the entrance here. Actually, I think they have a sign for it just down the way here. I think where that car just comes out is where it's at. Yeah, right here it is. Breezy View Overlook. Quite a few cars up here too, though. But we'll see which view is better, this one or the one at Chickies Rock. And here are the views from Breezy View Overlook. Much more open. You don't have any of the trees in the way here, but wow. A nice little benches to sit on. A little gazebo over there. Yeah, Chickies Rock itself is just right over there. And down below us is that railroad tunnel I mentioned. And over this way, down below is the St. Charles Iron Furnace too. Beautiful views. We got this one to ourselves. You see the Route 30 bridge just over there. There's Civil War history too at this spot. There was an old bridge that went across here during the Civil War that Right over there is Wrights when the Confederates were going to use it to try and come across this way, but some of the Union soldiers burned it down. You can still see some of the old piers from it down that way, but I filmed that before, but we might film it again in the future. At some point I'll probably do a series on the Civil War in Pennsylvania. Wow, amazing views. So which view is your favorite? The one here at Breezy View or the one over at Chickies Rock? Or maybe one of the other views we did today. Maybe you like the view but looking at the nuclear power plant or some of the other ones, but Chickies Rock is pretty awesome, but this one just is more open and expansive. It tends to be a little bit less busier than Chickies Rock too, but and there's a trail right up here over there called the Heritage Trail that does take you down to the bottom to the Northwest River Trail that is down there. Another way to get down there. Alright, but just one more view. Alright, but in a moment here we're going to head back in the Jeep and continue down 441 into the town of Columbia, which is just around the bend here. One of the larger towns along this route. Alright, but goodbye. Beautiful view. And we'll head back to Naomi. Alright, so time to head back to 441 and into Columbia. Not the most scenic town to drive through, but it's on our route. No offense to anybody who lives in Columbia. I know sometimes when I say stuff like that, people get all upset at me, but it's not known for being one of the more scenic towns. But this is always kind of a cool view coming down from the Chickies Rock area down into Columbia. Alright, so our highway turns off to the right here. There's the river down there again. Alright, so we don't actually have too much further to go. Our highway does continue a bit beyond Columbia, down to what's called Route 999. Right here is part of the Northwest River Trail where you see there's people biking. I think it kind of ends here in Columbia. At least this section does. Yeah, right in this area was that bridge I was talking about from the Civil War era. It wasn't the one you see right here. That was in this area. Oops. Yeah, 441 kind of goes on the outskirts of town, not right through the center. Kind of like same it does with most of the towns we went through. Then just like that, we're back out into the countryside along the river. What does this sign say? I think it says Washington Borough 3 miles. I think that's where this highway ends, is right in that area. Still some color lingering around too. It's good to see. Like I said, we're in the fade. Soon most of the color will be all gone. And then the snow comes, but not just yet. I think this is Washington Borough right here, what we're driving through, actually. It's just a small little town along the river. It's got quite a bit of history itself. I know they found a lot of Native American artifacts. There was an Indian village was here back in the day. Yeah, right up here is the junction with 999. And I believe that is the end of 441. Oh yeah, I see the sign. End of 441. Yep, there it is. But that'll be it then, folks. Hope you enjoyed our little journey down Route 441. Beautiful day to do it, some amazing views. But anyway, me and Naomi, we're gonna head back home. Gotta get something to eat. Probably have maybe some French bread pizza, 5 cheese pizza, garlic. It's in the freezer. All right, but like I said, we're gonna get going. As always, if you like these kind of videos, let me know. Not sure if I'll do any more. I like to do it when the fall colors are out, but we'll see. As long as there's interesting stuff to see along the way on these highways, maybe I'll do a couple more this season yet. Anyway, you can let me know what you think. But as always, thanks for coming along, and I'll see you on the next one.